Guys, this is Basketball Star 1130 back with another video today. I'm in my new studio space. The lighting is all fixed now and it's all good. So sorry if that bothered you yesterday. But I just had to fix it. But now we're all good. So moving forward, this will be the new space. Just because I wanted to add some props like this football, and usually I have a hat on, either a Bills one, something related to sports. So, yeah, I'm back with another video today, breaking down some breaking news, in my opinion, what my thoughts are on it. Before we get that started, though, just want to mention a couple of things. If you didn't see my, video, yesterday, if you didn't see my video yesterday on, all four of the videos, go check them out. The biggest one is 15 minutes long. It's the NFL playoff predictions. I go division by division, AFC, NFC, and then the division by division, and then the two wild cards. So, yeah, I hope you enjoy those. Now this video, I'll be breaking down the news that came from ESPN and NFL Network. The ESPN reported at first, though, that the Oakland Raiders are suspending star wide receiver Antonio Brown. Now, I don't. Okay, here's the thing. I used to think Antonio Brown was good, like talent wise, but now he's just turned into a real loser, in my opinion. Not to put a harsh or anything, but he's turned into a real loser, in my opinion. I'll go through his timeline in a second, and by the way, I think DeAndre Hopkins has overtaken Antonio Brown in the last 2 or 3 years as best wide receiver in the NFL. DeAndre Hopkins didn't have a single drop when the football touched his hands last regular season in the NFL. That is just amazing. But anyway, for Antonio Brown's timeline, so he's doing well with the Steelers. By the way, the Steelers were doing perfectly fine before he came. But the Steelers drafted Antonio Brown in the 6th round. I forgot his college. It was some junior/community college. So anyway, they drafted Antonio Brown in the 7th round of the 2011 NFL draft, I think. From some junior college, as I said, and then he was great until last season, the 2018-19 season, when he argued with Mike Tomlin and Kevin Colbert, the general manager, about he was being a drama king, drama queen at this point, whatever you want to call it, drama king, drama queen, whatever. He's being a drama queen at this point. And then he was suspended for last game against the Bengals when the Steelers were trying to, beat the Bengals to get in the playoffs. They ended up not making the playoffs because the Ravens won against the Browns. That was the division thing. But everything was on the line, and the reason Antonio Brown was suspended for that last game last season was because he skipped walkthroughs the week leading up to the game, and he skipped a couple practices the prior week and the week leading up to the game, as I said, and that's why he was suspended. Then in the offseason, he demands a trade in January from the Pittsburgh Steelers. We're all like, what's going on with Antonio Brown here? He used to be a great role model, hard worker, and blah blah blah, all that. But then he became it kept progressing. It kept gaining steam that he was, hated around the NFL and everything. And it took a while for the Steelers to trade him, but they ended up trading him to the Oakland Raiders in April. To the Oakland Raiders in May for a 3rd round pick and a 5th round pick. Now, I didn't think it was worth a 1st round pick. I think they could have gotten a 2nd round pick, but this is great. Now they're off the Steelers and McTown and everything, and the Steelers can just focus on them, and they can go back to their successful ways, because they were successful still before they drafted Antonio Brown. But anyway, and now his Raiders era so far, it's not that pretty so far. He when training camp begins, he does OTAs and everything. He didn't go to voluntary workouts, though. That was the one thing. He didn't go to voluntary workouts. He did OTAs, though. Those are voluntary, but he did OTAs. He skipped voluntary workouts. And he's been known to skip important stuff in the past. I know it was voluntary, but he probably still should have been there to just get with the team and everything. And at training camp, he walks into training camp with frostbite from a cryotherapy session in France. And my question is, don't you know what to wear in the cryotherapy? Why would you walk in on bare feet in a cryotherapy thing just to get frostbite? And he didn't practice all of training camp, blah blah blah. And then he wasn't even at training camp to support his teammates. That's the part a lot of people, including myself, were mad about. If you're not gonna play, it's if you're injured, like you say you are because of the frostbite, then at least be there to support. Derek Carr, mesh with your teammates, have fun. And then 2 days ago, Antonio. Now we fast forward to today. 2 days ago, Antonio Brown posted on Twitter and Instagram that the screenshot of his letter from general manager of the Oakland Raiders, Mike Mayock. In that letter, it stated that you're being fined $56,000 for missing a walkthrough on August 22nd, and then it was stated prior to that he was also fined $40,000 August 18th for skipping a mandatory team practice. And that was the day, August 18th, when he skipped the mandatory team practice. Mike Mayock said Antonio Brown's got to be either all in or all out, and he was obviously all out at that time, but he's got to, put his work on. And then the letter said, if you continue to do this in the future, we're just going to have to keep fining you. And he said, and then he wrote in his own words, he said, when your team trying to hate at Raiders, and then that's what sparked the whole thing. And then Wednesday, which was yesterday, at the Raiders practice leading up to this Sunday's game, him and Mike Mayock get into a feud, a really heated one. Adam Schefter and Ian Rappaport reported on Twitter. Once Tony Brown burned the defensive backs, the safeties, and the cornerbacks, he caught a pass from Derek Carr and he winged it at the fence, and that's when Mike Mayock got on him, and that's when they got into the heated debate, and Tony Brown threatened Mike Mayock, I'm gonna punch you in the face. That's just embarrassing for the whole team and everyone, and Tony Brown should feel the same himself. He's an idiot, and to think that the Buffalo Bills are this close to getting him, Brandon Beam was smart to pull out of that and say, because Antonio Brown and his agent said, listen, if you trade me there, I'm not going to show up. No one wants to go to Buffalo. Well, it seemed like Buffalo's doing pretty good without you, and Pittsburgh, and now he's becoming a real big problem for the Raiders. And the moral of the story is this: he has become a real loser. He has become a real dirtbag in the NFL. Sorry to sound harsh, but he has. He's become a real loser and dirtbag. Anyway, guys, that's just my opinion. Tell me what you think in the comments below of Antonio Brown. Once it comes out how many games he'll be suspended, I'll let you guys know. You can have up to 4 games. You can get suspended up to 4 games by your team for violating that team's decisions and practices and everything. And the NFL can suspend you however long they want, but teams can only suspend you 1, 2, 3, or 4 games. They can't do 5 or more. More than 4. But anyways, tell me what you guys think in the comments below. I'd love to hear your opinions on Antonio Brown. Anyways, guys, this is Basketball Star 1130. Bye.